Now from the KMAX Storm Team Weather Lab, here's meteorologist Kristen Currie.
And good morning. Now a soggy start toward Tuesday for some of us. Let's go ahead and take a look at radar to show you where those showers are now. I've looped this to show you a lot still kicking out in eastern New Mexico. Western South Plains has been favored for today's activities. So I'm going to stop it to show you where the rain is as of right now. When you're looking out at your backyard, probably Bailey County, Cochran County, even Hockley County, it's still raining. Even from this morning, you've seen a lot of rain out there. And most of this is still pushing to the east-southeast. Now it is having a harder time holding together, unlike this morning where it came all the way into Lubbock County. Still seeing a little bit out there out across the western portions of our county, but we'll watch this. Now let's go live and local to show you some of our totals. Wolford coming in about 3/4 of an inch since midnight this morning. Levelland a big winner for today, about 1.25 inches out there to the west. Slayton nothing, didn't make it as far east as I wanted to, but again it's nice rain. Even here at the studio we came in about 7/10, not bad. Some of the higher mesonet totals I wanted to show you. Again, Levelland about 1.5 inches at the mesonet site. Sundown 1 inch. Plains closing in on that inch. Morton over 1/2 inch. We like to see these kind of numbers popping up on those rain totals. Every little bit helps. Now again, although we welcome the rain, it's not very good for our temperature forecast because you can see we're still in the 60s here in Lubbock, 66 in Morton. That temperature has not moved over the last 3 hours. Now, we're warm out across the rolling plains where we're not seeing as much cloud cover, not seeing the rain in the upper 70s to low 80s. But here in Lubbock, my forecast numbers, really, we're going to have to watch this. I've lowered this from this morning down to 86 degrees. But if we still see all that activity out in eastern New Mexico make its way into the western South Plains, we won't even hit 80s. Really, we haven't seen a lot of sunshine over us here in Lubbock, so maybe upper 70s at best. Here's what our models are thinking as far as those storm chances go. By noontime, it keeps a lot of it to the north and west. I'm thinking most of this will be shoved just a little farther to the south, but watch as we go into the early afternoon hours. It gets very spotty here and there, early evening hours as well. But then overnight is where I'm thinking we're going to see a lot of activity out across the northern South Plains. Models have backed off on this activity, but I'm still thinking we're going to wake up to showers just like this morning. Again, tomorrow, it keeps the cloud cover around for everyone, and that's what we'll be watching. That goes for 20% today, 30% tomorrow. Thursday, I'm keeping that at 20% as well. Watch your temperatures though. Mid-80s today, 90s tomorrow. I do think we're going to see a little bit more warming ahead of that second front expected to move in late tomorrow night, which is why your Thursday temperature is so cool. We're down to the upper 70s to low 80s. By Friday, finally starting to warm up just a touch, mid-80s through the weekend. But your storm chances are starting to taper 10% Friday, Saturday, down to isolated on Sunday. So we'll watch that. Still looking at daily chances for rain. But those of us out across the western South Plains, especially Cochran County and Hockley County, big winners for today's rain totals.
I feel like we're the big winners too. I mean, it's just exciting just to hear anything, and it was coming down pretty good for a while, huh?
I know at the station we're over 1/2 inch, which helps. At the mesonet site in Lubbock, we only picked up trace amounts, but it all matters what's out at the airport officially. So we'll be anticipating that number to see where we come.
Which is probably not going to be as much as we get down here, right?
Probably like nothing.
And we rarely ever see that big system that just moves across the South Plains and affects everybody. We were talking about this earlier this morning. It seemed like Crosbyton and Rawls and everyone east
Rolling
and northeast
Plains,
seem to be getting a lot more
this season
than we have, and now they're kind of missing out. But
I know
we're happy to take what we
I'm
got.
hoping those of us down to the southwest get a little bit of something. Places like Seminole, Seagraves haven't seen a lot this season. I want to just like scooch it down on radar. I wish I had that power, but we'll see. We'll take it wherever it comes.
All right, Kristen, thank you so much. Go nowhere. Factor Fit Tuesdays up next.